All right.
Here we are back to Let's Play Persona 3 with me, Kelsier Zero, and Baron Grims. And I guess we're gonna get things really started now that we've gotten through kind of the intro of the game a little bit. So,
I love the music for this game. I just want to say that outright.
yeah.
So they got this rat, they basically, Shoji Meguro, I think is his name, Meguro Shoji, was the composer, and what are you doing? What are you doing?
Killing time? Well, that's not a nice thing to do.
So, Meguro Shoji signed on with this rapper. I wish I knew the rapper's name. We're going to have to look it up for a later episode, or if you want to pull out your tablet and look it up. Basically, he signed on with a rapper for this game, and just, totally brought rap into it. So you've got all this, weird J-rap mixed in with some of the video game music, and some of the stuff it makes is just beautiful. The lobby music right there. I love the lobby music. It's simple. It's not anything crazy, but it just gives a good vibe to the game.
Yeah, good music goes a long way.
Didn't you see the newspaper? There's a lot going on.
I know. People who had no
it's one of the
before
reasons
suddenly
that I
develop
really
into
love
cute
Chrono
cases of
Trigger and
autism.
Chrono Cross is the music.
I've seen it
Yeah.
in the
Just
news quite often lately.
Chrono Cross was a game that you could only really play because of the music.
They say
Without
it's
the music, you
stress,
wouldn't have been
but-
able to play it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Legend of Mana.
I'm not really a huge fan of the
Yeah,
battle music in
it has
Chrono
to
Cross, but almost everything else
Otherwise,
is just
it's not worth
great.
my time.
I actually think it's a better soundtrack than Chrono Trigger.
You have a one.
Chrono Trigger's battle music was
Will you be
better
okay
though.
on your own?
Chrono
my
Trigger,
opinion.
yeah, it was. Chrono Trigger's a better
Chairman will be here
game
for the next few days, but
with
after
a
that,
good
I can-
soundtrack. Chrono Cross is a
I'm just
not
getting a
as
little
good game
practice.
with a better soundtrack. And
Yeah.
the soundtrack kind of, in my opinion, carries it. Legend of Mana is another good example. Legend of Mana has this really great looking hand-drawn world with some mechanics that don't necessarily lend itself to being a great game. But the what am I trying to say? The music, the soundtrack for that game really brings it to life and makes you love that world, even though the characters and the mechanics and the story don't necessarily do that.
Yeah.
Something about a bathroom?
Oh, we've already.
Apparently I'm already starting room. Yeah, that's the same story. The first year student, the bathroom, he totally had the masking sounds going. He was doing the bathroom simulator.
Huh. The first bell has rung. It's
So I'm confused because at the start, hold on, at the start it said that it flashed back to April 5th, but I don't remember playing anything on April 5th. I thought it started on April 7th. So
Yeah.
maybe we don't have a full year. We have 363 days.
Shoot Tara. Hey, Mangekyo. Hey, Yori. No,
If you get
I
these
think
right,
it was Hakushu Kitahara, I think.
Oh.
Or not?
She mentioned that author, and then she mentioned the second one.
Oops.
So getting those right will actually increase some of your social stats.
Gotcha.
So we actually want to pay attention and try and get those.
Gotcha.
So we should try and pay attention during the lectures. Actually, there's some questions that are irrelevant.
I'm playing a video game to go to class.
So, this is
It's one of the interesting things, honestly. They did a good job of making you actually want to pick up some of the trivia that's taught in school.
good evening.
And I mean, granted, some of it is just trivia. It's not really that
Yeah.
useful.
My name is Shuji Ikutsuki. I'm the chairman of the board for your school. Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it?
Kutsuki? Not
That's why I
really.
don't like introducing myself. Even I get tongue-tied
Wow,
sometimes.
that's kind of pathetic.
With his first name, it does make it a little bit hard.
Ikutsuki Shiji.
And on top of that, you'd truncate the ku a little bit. You'd say Ikutsuki.
Ikutsuki.
Please, have a seat.
Like in English, you
I
really
apologize
enunciate
about
the
confusion
Ikutsuki,
regarding
ku,
your accommodations.
but in Japanese they would say Ikutsuki.
However,
I don't know.
it
I
may
think-
take a
I
while
think.
longer before you
Like
receive
how
the
we're
proper
sitting here
oversight.
talking, like trying to say his name. After he's like, even I'll get tongue-tied. Who else lives here? Yeah, that's a pretty
There are
good
only
question.
4 you, Yukari here, Mitsuru, and a senior named Akihiko Sanada.
Except Mitsuru's also a senior,
I
so I
hope
don't know
you
why
all
he
get along.
separated.
Any other questions?
Why are you here?
Well, to be honest, I do have other business here. Speaking of which, where's Mitsuru, Yukari?
She's
His
upstairs.
character model looks like a girl.
As diligent as always.
Like his
Oh, I see what you're
design,
saying.
To come
like
down and say
the
hello.
profile looks
Yeah.
masculine enough, but like
Is there anything else?
the other one just looks like a girl with a flat chest.
You mean like the actual like?
Yeah, the character model like is sitting
3D
on
model.
that. Yeah, the 3D
It's
model.
part of it is the direction that he's looking, like the way that his head is profiled.
Uh-huh. Nah, I'm good.
Then I hope you have a successful. Now, if you
I will never see you again.
you must be tired. from
See, the
all
main
the
character's
excitement.
also wearing the C's badge.
go to
I
bed
thought that was
early.
the C's badge. Maybe it's not.
As they say, the early
His is a
bird
different
catches the
color,
bookworm.
No, it's the same. It's red. It's got the white with the black.
Oh.
It's just hard to see from this.
Please forgive the
distance.
bad.
You'll get used to his lame jokes.
Ooh, it's late night. Here I am dreaming. Does he dream of Genie?
Working hard? So, how's he doing?
What kind of like
He went to
thought
bed a little
control
while ago.
society is
He's
this?
asleep now.
Like monitoring our brain while we sleep.
Mr. Chairman, do you think he's...
Well,
The
let's
one.
wait and see for now. The dark hour is approaching.
The dark hour, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that like
When I first played this game, I was like
Disgaea game?
16,
Uh-huh.
and I would always play this game at night, like late at night.
Not that different from what we're doing.
Yeah. But I was like alone in my room at night, and even though it's not that creepy of a game, like I was 16 and it was like super dark, and like the dark hour clock, you'll see it here. I think they show it here, but the dark hour clock always like creeped me out.
Well, at least it isn't the moon. That is kind of creepy. What the? And he's got like that Princess Mona. Okay, black goo dripping from
C's
his.
badge too, though. I don't get it.
What in the world just happened?
He's
Like
still
the
sleeping.
green cast to it, like was I don't know. Like there's a lot of things
The
in here that
dark
made me a
hour
little bit
occurs
apprehensive
every
about the
day
whole
at
dark
12
hour.
midnight. You could say it's the hidden hour.
I don't know why he's explaining this to them.
During this time, an ordinary person transmogrifies into a coffin and is oblivious to all that occurs.
Then he must be...
As you can see, he's retained his human form. He's asleep, but he's definitely experiencing the dark hour. The only question that remains is whether or not he has the potential. Although, he must. If he didn't, they would have preyed on him by now.
The potential.
In any case, we should continue to monitor him for a few more days.
So this one does the same thing that we were talking about in
Yes,
Star
sir.
Ocean, where like it'll
I feel kind of bad though.
highlight
spying on him,
text.
like,
that probably in Japanese used special characters, like potential probably had special characters.
Yeah. So, people turn into coffins?
Yeah, normal people.
Normal people. How is that normal?
So this character is in every Persona game.
That
Welcome
penguin?
To the Velvet Room, my
Igor.
dear young man.
Well, he looks like the Penguin from Batman.
I'm not a big fan of the music here, but the music here, to be honest, is
My name
the
is
same in every
Igor.
game. They don't change
I
this
am
music.
delighted to make
So this
your
was
acquaintance.
a track that was originally developed for Persona 1.
This is Elizabeth. She's a resident here, like myself.
Yeah, so
pleased to meet
I guess
you.
we'll have this talk with the Penguin and see what...
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter. It's been years since we've had a guest. Only those who have signed the contract can enter this place. Henceforth, you shall be welcome here in the Velvet Room. You are destined to hone your unique ability, and you will require my help to do so. I only ask one thing, that you abide by the contract and assume responsibility for the choices you make. Precisely.
So I finished rewatching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood with one of my friends the other day, and it just made me think of, like,
You will come here of
when
your
he
own
goes through the
accord,
doors of
sooner
truth,
or
it's
later.
in, like, some weird realm in between kind of thing.
Hold on to this.
I was annoyed by their explanation of God. Like, not because my Christian sensibilities were offended, but because it felt like a typical Japanese cop-out explanation of God. Like, coming at it without, like, an experience interacting with the Japanese religions, or the Japanese anti-religions, like, I don't know, they kind of have, like, this religious androgyny in Japan, where it all just, they're like, it all just
Molds into one.
it all just molds into nothing. And so, like, their explanations of God always turn into this non-answer where it's like, there's a God, but there isn't a God.
Yeah.
And that's really what the end of Full Metal Alchemist did, in my opinion. And that annoyed me.
Today is the perfect day, apparently, because the sky is blue and we're young. You're full of energy.
I think you need rest.
I'm glad we have a friend.
I feel like we have a leech.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a shark. Although, to be honest, I don't see you coming up and being like, you should be happy you've got me for a friend. I don't see you saying something cheeseball like that.
No. But you are privileged.
Just to prove me wrong, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta pay attention.
Okay. Classic lit isn't relevant to everyday life. Oh wait, yeah it is. She says they're wrong.
Oh,
You feel
okay.
tired. Close your eyes for a few minutes. Issei Monogatari. Man, I was hoping for, like, Genji Monogatari. That's an interesting story.
So those ones are actually kind of interesting because sometimes if you stay awake, it'll just make you groggy, like it'll like mess you up, and other times if you go to sleep, you'll miss the chance to raise your stats.
Our academics
this clock, like, it's simple, but when I was like 16 playing this game at like midnight, like the whole like sound as it was like
a
going.
great Darth Vader
Yeah,
impression.
I know, but the Darth Vader sound as it was going into the dark hour always creeped me out.
I love how they're just
How is
sitting watching us. Did they sleep?
The same as last night.
Not during the dark hour. You'll see.
They wake up for the dark hour.
Even
and
those who
then go
have
back
the
to-
potential tend to be unstable at first. Memory loss. But this subject is rather unique.
But we're treating him like a guinea pig.
My thoughts exactly.
I understand your concern, but it's imperative that we recruit new members. I heard he's your classmate.
I just want to. I'm
This is
curious
like-
how they figured out
Someone
like
in the same
to
grade.
bring him here because he's a transfer student. They like took him straight from
Yeah, I
transferring
guess.
directly to this
Still.
dorm. I don't know. I don't remember if they give you any backstory on how he was brought here.
Is that you,
I don't know.
Akihiko?
But this is kind of they're like the Illuminati or something.
Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk. It's chasing me. I wanted to let you guys know. I'm almost there.
Does that mean he's bringing that thing here?
Mr. Chairman, let's suspend our observation for now. We'll prepare for battle.
Right.
I feel like I
careful.
recognize her voice. Prepare for battle. Bo-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I don't know.
Fancy
When I
Nine
hear,
Man. Wait until you hear the actual.
well,
battle
it's also
theme.
in like
the actual battle theme.
FF4 and a couple of the other battle themes in the series.
Senpai!
I'm all right. Get ready to be surprised.
Okay, he's
It'll
wearing
be
the
here any
C's. Okay, that badge I guess is it's an armband. I thought I remembered the badge being a C's signifier,
This is no
but they're
time
all
to
wearing
joke
the little
around.
like C's ribbon around their
Yeah.
left arm.
It's one of them, Akihiko?
So I was wrong. That badge wasn't
Yes,
it?
but not an ordinary one.
What the? You've got to be kidding me!
Mr. Chairman, please head for the command room.
So yeah, wait till you hear
Go
the actual
upstairs and
battle
wake him
music.
up.
It's freaking
Then
awesome.
escape out the back.
But what about you two?
We'll stop it here. You led it to us, Akihiko, so I'm
Like I had a choice. What are you waiting for, Yukari?
I'm going!
Apparently we decided to go take a look.
Right th-
Oh.
Sorry.
We're already dressed.
I don't have time to explain.
I sleep in these clothes.
You don't shower either,
Okay.
apparently.
I'm not gonna question.
Hurry, downstairs! We'll lead through the
Don't
back
tell me my business, devil woman.
door. Wait,
I'm way too cool and
Take this,
composed to be
just in
like,
case.
what's going on? I gotta be like, nah, it's cool.
You're like, I'm cool.
I got a short sword. Sweet.
let
Too bad it's not a long sword. Can't do weddings without one. Another Star Ocean 2 reference.
Like our first like 3 episodes of Star Ocean just had way too much good stuff in them.
Takeba, do you read me?
yes,
Be careful. There's more than one enemy. The one we're fighting isn't the one Akihiko.
That's another thing that I liked about this one compared to Persona 4. In this one, you can pick any weapon for your main character. You don't have to be restricted to one.
Uh-huh.
In Persona 4, you only get long swords, like Great Katana
Gotcha.
style long swords. That's the only thing that you can use in Persona 4, which I thought was kind of silly. I prefer like if the main character is supposed to be like a neutral character that I can throw myself into. I feel like picking a weapon is one of the essential parts of that.
Uh-huh.
Granted, the sword is usually the best weapon for engaging enemies when you get to like because enemies are on the map and you can get advantage type thing. And the sword's generally the best choice for that.
We just went up again.
I think I want to go up.
She said the first floor, didn't she?
I thought we started on the first floor at first.
I don't know. Like,
I'm pretty sure we wanted to go to the roof. Yeah.
I like those, like,
That's what she was
summon
saying about
profile
downstairs. She was like,
expressions.
are they okay downstairs? Because we're running up to get away from it.
I like the pop-up emotion thing.
Like exclamation. Or no,
Yeah,
you mean
with
the,
like the profile.
Yeah.
With the emotion. Yeah.
No, that is good. Like the split screen face shots.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're okay for now.
Oh, look at that.
What?
Why is there blood all over the roof?
As far as I can tell, it's an element of the Dark Hour. Like along with people turning into coffins, there's just all sorts of blood over the floor, and I kind of think the water, like any like water remnants, turn into blood.
During the Dark Hour.
Yeah.
Those monsters. We call them shadows.
This monster looks so much creepier, like in this anime cutscene than it does in like the actual game.
Yeah, it does look kind of creepy. And she just shot herself in the head a couple of times?
No.
Or something? I have no idea what just happened.
Go on. There. Wait.
Is he going to shoot himself? This is like the creepiest way to gain superpowers in a game.
I like the animation that they do for it though.
Yeah. I gain superpowers by shooting myself in the head. What in the heck is that?
It's an interesting effect though, because in Japan has one of the highest suicide rates for children for like high school age people
Yeah.
of any country, especially during test season.
And I am thou. From the sea of thy soul I come. I am Orpheus, master of strings.
Yeah,
As we
Orpheus.
suspected.
How you doing? What in the... And Orpheus just bit it. Because a dinosaur transformer just jumped out of his body. He just turned back into Orpheus, it looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was kind of hoping we'd get to fight that time, but
I thought you do. I think you still do.
It would.
We don't get to fight the big one, but I think we get to fight some of the after
Yeah.
stuff.
It would make sense to introduce it right there if they're gonna. The sudden swell of power. Like, you turned into something awesome. Just kidding.
Is it?
Round 2. Fight. That is good. I like it.
It varies. Like it's a dynamic piece.
It's like,
Wait, I didn't mean to wait.
call it, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky has a really great, smooth, jazzy theme for its battle theme, for its main battle theme.
Of all of the, like, every time I listen to this battle theme, I think Street Fight. Like, I just think like a good old-fashioned like street brawl, which is kind of what like the game should make you feel, in my opinion. For like its atmosphere, like being like a high school, like, I don't know.
Orpheus leveled up!
It makes me sad that Orpheus has such a well thought out like design to him, but to be honest, you don't really ever use Orpheus because you outgrow him really fast. And I think you can get like a Master Orpheus at the very end, which is like the best one, but I can't remember if that's only in the FES version or not.
Looks like shooting ourselves in
you
the head a
okay?
few times has had a negative effect.
Say something!
Are you alright?
Can you hear? Please! Answer me!
Freaking out, too. If I were in his position. Oh, looks like we're going back to the Velvet Room. That was the animation to go there, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Penguin.
All right. Before we keep going here, we're gonna go ahead and take a break here. Going into the Velvet Room. I feel like we got to a good spot with that first battle. We promised you a fight. Well, we didn't really promise. We said probably, but we got to the first battle. The game has officially started, and we will end our episode.
We
2.
won both rounds 1 and 2, even if we didn't get to fight round 1. So
round 1, we mollywopped them.
yeah,
I just love using that word.
that is a great word. I gotta find more occasions to use it.
I just feel like I'm gonna overuse it now, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find too many occasions to use that
Yeah.
word.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching.
See you on episode 3.